Switzerland. For ravishing alpine scenery and quaint villages oozing storybook charm, it's hard to beat Switzerland. The soaring snow-capped peaks of the Alps, glittering blue lakes, emerald valleys, glaciers, and picturesque lakeside hamlets imbue this landlocked nation with a fairy tale beauty. Explore this spectacular country with our list of the top attractions and best places to visit in Switzerland. Number 1. The Matterhorn. The Matterhorn, Switzerland's iconic pointed peak, is one of the highest mountains in the Alps. On the border with Italy, this legendary peak rises to 4,478 meters, and its 4 steep faces lie in the direction of the compass points. The first summiting in 1865 ended tragically when 4 climbers fell to their death during the descent. Today, thousands of experienced climbers come here each summer. In the winter, skiers can shoot down more than 300 kilometers of slopes. In the summer, swimming and tennis are popular pursuits, as well as hiking, biking, and climbing in the surrounding mountains. Summer glacier skiing is also available. Number 2. Jungfrau Joch, the top of Europe. One of the most popular things to do in the beautiful Bernese Oberland is the train journey to Jungfrau Joch, the top of Europe, with an observation terrace and scientific observatory perched at 3,454 meters. The longest glacier in Europe, the Great Aletsch Glacier, begins at Jungfrau Joch, and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The famous Eiger Trail from the Eiger Glacier Station to Elpiglen clings to the rocks at the foot of the north face. Number 3. Interlaken. Nestled between Lake Thun to the west and Lake Brienz to the east, Interlaken is one of Switzerland's most popular summer holiday resorts. In the center of town, Hachemert is a marvel of urban planning with 35 acres of open space. Flower gardens, hotels, and cafes surround the Heuweg, the main boulevard through here, with breathtaking vistas of the mountains. The mighty peaks of the Eiger, Munch, and Jungfrau tower above the town, providing excellent opportunities for alpine adventures. Hiking, climbing, abseiling, and kayaking are prime pursuits. Number 4. Lucerne. Imagine a sparkling blue lake surrounded by mountains, a car-free medieval old town, covered bridges, waterfront promenades, frescoed historic buildings, and sun-splashed plazas with bubbling fountains. No wonder Lucerne is a top spot for tourists. Famed for its music concerts, this quintessential Swiss town lures renowned soloists, conductors, and orchestras to its annual International Music Festival. The Culture and Convention Center is home to one of the world's leading concert halls. Number 5. Lake Geneva. Lake Geneva, Europe's largest alpine lake, straddles the Swiss-French border, and laps at the shores of some of Switzerland's most popular cities. The city of Geneva, in French Genève, in German Genf, sits between pretty snow-capped peaks at the point where the Rhône spills into Lake Geneva. This French-speaking capital of peace is the European seat of the United Nations and exudes a pleasing blend of French joie de vivre and Swiss structure. Promenades, parks, and gardens surround the lake, and the old town is a lovely spot to stroll among the historic buildings. The Jet d'Eau, a fountain in Lake Geneva shooting water 150 meters into the air, is a famous landmark. Cultural attractions include the Opera House and the Grand Theatre, which stages international acts. Number 6. Château de Chillon, Montreux. On the shores of Lake Geneva, near Montreux, the Château de Chillon, Chillon Castle, has inspired artists and writers for centuries. The complex encompasses about 25 buildings clustered around 3 courtyards. Highlights include the Great Halls, with magnificent views of Lake Geneva, the Gothic underground rooms, the chapel, adorned with 14th-century paintings, and the Camera Domini, a bedroom occupied by the Duke of Savoy decorated with medieval murals. Number 7. Bern. In a stunning location, perched on a peninsula of the River Aare, the Swiss capital of Bern exudes old-world charm, and the city's medieval old town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Strolling along the cobbled streets, visitors can explore the tallest cathedral in Switzerland, with panoramic views from its tower, 16th-century fountains, the Zeitglocke medieval clock tower with moving puppets, and 6 kilometers of shopping arcades, called Lauben by the locals. The Rose Garden Rosengarten offers beautiful views of the Old Town Center. Bern has many tourist attractions waiting to be discovered, including excellent museums. Art lovers will appreciate the impressive galleries, including the Zentrum Paul Klee, the world's largest collection of works by this famous artist, and the Bern Museum of Art. Number 8. Lake Lugano and Ticino. Lake Lugano lies on the Swiss-Italian border in Ticino, Switzerland's only official Italian-speaking canton, and offers a tantalizing taste of the Mediterranean. Citrus, figs, palms, and pomegranates flourish in the mild climate here, even as snow-capped peaks beckon in the distance. In the towns around Lake Lugano and Lake Maggiore to the west, the feel of Italy is unmistakable in the architecture, the piazzas, and the passion for fine food, which spills over the Italian borders from the south, east, and west. Number 9. Zurich. Zurich is Switzerland's largest city, a major transportation hub, and a top starting point for travelers. The city lies at the northwestern end of Lake Zurich astride the river limit. Beyond its buttoned-up facade, this affluent banking capital boasts a rich line-up of cultural treasures. A great place to begin a walking tour is the cobbled streets of the Old Town with its quaint shops, cafes, and galleries. Mile-long Bahnhofstrasse, one of Europe's finest shopping strands, beckons with designer stores selling fashion, watches, and jewelry. Number 10. Swiss National Park. Swiss National Park in the Engadine Valley is the oldest reserve in the Alps. The park sits right on the border with Italy and encompasses more than 170 square kilometers of flower-dotted hollows, fast-flowing rivers, and limestone crags. The scenery is especially dramatic in winter, when the forested mountains are covered in a blanket of snow, and the views from the cross-country ski trails are stunning. Nature lovers can explore the region on the large network of trails, though veering off these paths is forbidden in an effort to preserve the natural ecosystems. More than 5,000 species of wildlife call the park home, including marmot, red deer, chamois, ibex, fox, and more than 100 species of birds. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share.